Next we talk about insolvent. An insolvent person cannot enter into a contract regarding his property, which is under the control of an official receiver. After the order of the discharge, he can either enter into a contract. However, he cannot make a contract which is necessary for his reasonable maintenance and that of his family. Convict. A convict is a person who is imprisoned by the court. During the period of sentence, he cannot enter into a contract. However, he can enter into a contract while on payroll or through commission. He becomes capable of making a contract when the sentence of imprisonment expires. Well, now we'll move on to the next stage of the series of tutorials and voiceover. And now we talk about the free consent. We need to understand the meaning of free consent, define the concept of free consent, and then move ahead. The parties to the contract must agree upon the terms of contract. The consent obtained must be free from any pressure. Free consent is one of the essential elements of a valid contract. According to section 14 of the article, consent is said to be free when it is not obtained by coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation, or mistake. Coercion. Coercion is the threat of harm used by one party against another to compel him or her to enter into an agreement. It may in form of physical harm or loss, forbidden by Pakistan Penal Code, or the unlawful detaining or threatening to detain any property to the prejudice of any person, whatever, with the intention of causing any other person to enter an agreement. Essentials of coercion. Commit or threat to commit. If a person commits or threats to commit an act which is forbidden by Pakistan Penal Code to compel someone to enter into a contract, it is a contract made under coercion. Detain or threat to detain property. If a person unlawfully detains or threatens to detain the property of another person to compel him to enter into an agreement, such an agreement is voidable at the option of a aggrieved party. Threat to third party. An act of coercion may be used against a party to contract. It can also be used by his family member or relatives, etc. Similarly, coercion may be used directly by a party to the contract or indirectly through any person related to him. Enforcement of Pakistan Penal Code. It does not matter whether Pakistan Penal Code 1860 is in force or not at the place when the coercion is employed. If suit is filed in Pakistan, the provision of PPC will apply, Pakistan Penal Code. What are the effects of coercion?